Okay, everybody can see me? All right, so we're going to start the lesson now. And all right, so you can turn on the video. Okay, so Miss Now can see Wen Ray. Okay, and Aiden, Ashley. Okay, now today there'll be less people because it's a holiday, right? Actually, Miss Now didn't realize it was a holiday. Otherwise we could have maybe not have the lesson tonight. But since we since we are going to have lesson today, then we just okay lah. Then we don't postpone the lesson, right? But actually, I don't know that it was a holiday today, right? Until somebody told me there was holiday. Then then okay, then it's a bit too late to change the lesson, right? Okay, anyway, we will still have lesson now, right? So we still have 1 hour lesson. Okay, can you all start your video? Can you hear me clearly, Ashley? Right, you're gonna bring your camera down a bit lower. Ashley, bring your camera down. Aiden, can you hear me, Aiden? You raise your hand. Okay, Ashley, turn on video and bring your camera down. Ashley, bring your camera down so I can see you. Karina, Li Wen. All right, so start your video. Okay, you can see there's not a lot of people because I think they are having holidays. they are enjoying their holidays. Okay, so let me just let the people come in first. Okay, come, let's start. Okay, so we will be able to end by 9 p.m. Okay, by 9 p.m. we should be able to finish. So the paper is not a very hard paper, but it's also not very easy. But I think we should be able to end in 1 hour's time. Okay, so let's start. Okay, let's look at question 1. Okay, question 1, and take note of the shortcuts. All right, shortcuts and the methods. Question 1, how do you round off to nearest 100? So let's revise. Okay, 17,985. To round off to nearest hundreds, you just have to draw a line to show 2 digits. Why do you show 2 digits? Because hundreds have 2 zeros. Okay, so you draw a line to show 2 digits, and then you look at the digit nearest the line. Is it 5 or bigger? Yes. Then you add 1 on the next digit. So the nearest hundreds will be what? 180 hundreds or 18,000. Okay, that's your nearest hundreds. Okay, so you have to draw a line to show the last 2 digits and then look at the digit nearest the line. Is it 5 or bigger? If it's 5 or bigger, add 1 on the next digit. Okay, Yvette, on the video, Karina, unless you have a good reason. Okay, otherwise you have to turn on the video. Okay, question 2. Madam Lim bought 2 liters of orange juice. She poured all the juice into smaller bottles of 1/4 liter each. So how many bottles will there be in the end? So you have to divide. To get how many bottles, you divide. You take 2 liters and you divide by 1/4 liter. So you have to change the whole number into a fraction, 2 over 1. Okay, so keep, change, flip. So change the divide to times and flip the fraction upside down. So you need to remember, keep, change, flip. Okay, then you multiply the numerators. Since you cannot cancel, then you multiply the numerators and multiply the denominators. And you get 8 divided by 1 or 8 over 1, which is 8 bottles. So answer number 3. Okay, all right. Any questions? I think we are able to have time for questions because there are not many people. So if you need to ask questions, just raise your hand if you need to ask question, because today there are not many people today. Okay, let's look at question 3. All right, question 3. In the figures, A, B, C, D, and A, D, E, F are parallelograms. So where are they? Where are the parallelogram? This one, right? There's one on top and there's one below. Now you will need to do something when you see parallelograms. You need to mark out the arrowheads, okay? And not only that, there's a second pair of parallel lines, and the bottom one also has a second pair. Okay, so mark out this. So which of the following pairs of lines are parallel? B, C, and D, E. So do you think it's B, C, and D, E? B, C, and D, E, nope, they are not parallel, so that's wrong. How about your B, C, and F, E? So your B, C over here and your F, E over here. Yes, they are parallel. Okay, these 2 lines are parallel, so your answer is number 2. Okay, so it's quite straightforward, very easy. Okay, question number 4. Okay, number 4, what do we have? How do you divide or how do you get your decimal? You will need to, okay, first of all, what is a fraction? Fraction means 7 over 9 or 7 divided by 9. Okay, so when you see fractions, it is also dividing. So you will have to divide and get decimal. So 7 divided by 9. So 0 times 9 is 0, then you minus. Okay, how do you continue dividing? Create a decimal, right? Create a decimal point, right? And then raise up the decimal point, put the 0 down, and then 7 times 9 will be 63, and there's a remainder 7. You need to continue dividing because your answer has to be 2 decimal place. So add one more 0, put the 0 down, and 7 times 9 is 63, and remainder 7 again. Your answer is not 0.77 because you did not round off. You need to do rounding. So to do rounding, you need to divide some more to get 3 decimal place. So add one more 0, put the 0 down, and then 7 times 9, you get 63, and now you remainder 7. All right, so once you get 3 decimal place, then you can round up to 2 decimal place. So what do? You draw a line to show how a 2 decimal place look like, and look at the digit nearest the line. Is it 5 or bigger? Yes, add 1 on the next digit. So your 2 decimal place will be 0.78, which is answer number 2. Okay, all right, so this question is actually very, very common, right? You will see this quite often in your paper 1 1-mark question. Okay, let's go to question number 5. All right, question number 5. Okay, the table shows the number of library books borrowed by some pupils. How many pupils borrowed at least? At least means 2 books or more. Okay, so how many pupils borrowed 2 books or more? So you have 10 pupils, 12, and 4 pupils. So these are the pupils who borrowed 2 or more books. So you add together, that will give you 26 pupils. So your answer will be number 4. All right, so at least means what? 2 or more. Okay, let's look at number 6, algebra. So you can circle, right? Circle your groups so that you later can put the groups which is the same kind together. So you circle, right, like this. Right, your group starts with a plus or minus. So you circle like this. Then you put the groups with the same kind, put them together, like 5W, put together with minus 2W, and put together with the W, the minus W. Put all the groups with the same letters side by side. Then put the groups with the whole numbers, put them side by side as well. So plus 6, plus 1, and minus 9. Okay, right? And then now you can work out already. 5W minus 2W is 3. 3W minus 1W will be 2W. And then plus 6 plus 1 is, let me see, 6 plus 1 minus 9. 6 plus 1 minus 9. Okay, did I see something wrong? Plus 6. Let me just erase something. Hang on for a while. Let me just erase this thing to see where, oh, there's an 11 there. Okay, plus 11. No one. Okay, there's a plus 11 there. Okay, so you have plus 6 plus 11 will be 17. 17 minus 9 will be 8. So you have 2W plus 8. So your answer will be number 1. So what's the lesson here? The lesson here is to circle the groups with the same, circle the groups, and then put the groups with the same kind, put them side by side, so that it's easier for you to get the answer. Okay, Alistair, can you turn your screen is upside down. Can you turn your screen? It's a bit upside down. Okay, question 7. There are 28 blue marbles and 32 red marbles. So what's the ratio of the red or the blue to red? So your ratio starts with blue first, blue to red. So that would be 28 is to 52. Okay, then how to get the simplest form? You divide by 4. Okay, don't divide by 2. Try to divide by something bigger. And you get 7 is to 13. Right, so that's your simplest form, which is answer number 4. Okay, as you're checking your answers, just to let you know that your SA1 paper 1 is really not very hard. All right, so far we have done a lot of SA1 paper 1 and it's actually a bit boring. Okay, a bit boring. Why? Because some of the questions most of the questions are quite okay, right? A few are quite hard. When you start to do the prelim, okay, the prelim paper 1, that is when you see very hard already, right? The prelim paper 1 will be quite hard. There's a jump in the difficulty. So when we start doing the prelim paper 1, you really have to put in effort because it's not easy. Okay, but if you can do well for the prelim paper 1, you have a better chance to do well for PSLE. All right, because prelim paper 1 is usually the prelim exam paper is usually harder. Okay, harder. But so far the essay paper 1, they are all right. Okay, they are not really very hard or very easy. Okay, all right. So take note now when we are coming to the prelim paper 1 soon already. You will find that there is a jump. Okay, there's quite a big jump, quite a jump in the difficulty level. Okay, question 8. Now, in the figure below, PRS is an isosceles triangle. You need to mark out the 2 sides that are equal. all right? And but which two sides are equal? PR is equal to PS. So mark out the two sides, the two lines, they are equal, and then put down the same angle here. And then how do you get angle Y? Angle at a point, 360 degrees, minus your 40 and minus your 70. And you will get how many? Okay, so you get 320 and then minus 70. You will get 250 degrees. So angle Y is 250. Answer number 2. Okay, angle at a point. Okay, let's go to question 9. Question 9 we can't do because it's not very clear. So we will skip the question because I can't see the water level. So we skip the question, all right? Okay, question 10. All right, question 10. Arrange the fractions from the largest to the smallest. What do? You either make the denominator the same or you make the numerator the same. So which is easier? We make the numerator the same, which is easier. So 1 times 2 and 5 times 2. You will get 2 out of 10 and 2 over 9. All right, so which is the biggest fraction? The biggest fraction is the one that has the smallest denominator, which is over here. This is your biggest fraction, okay, 2 over 9, all right? And then getting smaller, or which is the smallest fraction? The smallest fraction is the one that has the biggest number of parts, which is 2 over 11. All right, so that's how you compare. So the biggest fraction is the one that has the least, okay, the least number of parts. And the smallest fraction is the one that has the most parts. So your answer will be number 2. Okay, number 2. Are you clear? This is what you learn in, I think primary 3, right? Primary 3, you learn that, how to look at the numerators and compare the numerators. All right, this is primary 3. Okay, question 11. All right, any questions so far before we go on? No question, right? Okay, then let's move on. Question 11, the figure shows a parallelogram. So you will need to mark out the arrowheads to look for the important property, right? There are some important properties which are related to parallel lines. And there's a right angle triangle, which is 90. So find GAH. So put the question mark there. Okay, and don't care the question mark. Look for other angles you can find. For example, this is 80. So the opposite angle here must also be 80, right? Okay, and then you are stuck already. Now, why are you stuck? Because you forgot the very important property. When there are two lines, they are parallel. What is the property? The angles. Okay, the angles between the two lines, they are parallel. Add together is 180. Okay, this, you must remember this property. Okay, this property will help you to do the hard paper too. Okay, then you take 180 and you minus 80 and you minus 58, you will get 42 degrees, which is over here. So you put down 42 degrees. Okay. All right, and then can you find the question mark? Yes, I can, because there is a right angle triangle. So you take 180 minus 90, right? Minus 90 and minus the 42, and you get the question mark, which is 48 degrees. Are you clear? All right, a right angle triangle, there's a right angle triangle. So you take 180 minus 90 minus the 42, and you get your answer ready. So number 2. Okay, clear? Right, understand one, right? Okay, let's go on to the next one. Okay, question number 12. Okay, this is your rates. So at the post office, the postage rates are shown in the table. Mr. Tan posted a parcel which weighs 5.8 kg to Malaysia, another parcel which weighs 7.2 kg to Hong Kong. So how much did he pay for everything? All right, so let's look at Malaysia. So what's the method here? There is a method here, which is to draw your line. So Malaysia. So you draw a line, and that is how heavy? 5.8 kg. So you put down 5.8 kg and take out what? Take out the first 5 kg. So look at the right country. All right, look at Malaysia. Take out the first 5 kg, which is $16. All right, so put your working onto your line. And then there is a 0.8 kg, right? So that 0.8 kg is what? What is that? That is your additional 1 kg or part thereof. What do you mean by part thereof? It means every 1 kilogram or lesser. If it's lesser than 1 kilogram, it is still how much? It is still $3. Okay, still $3. All right, so this 0.8 kilogram is lesser than 1 kilogram. It is still $3. Okay, then let's look at Hong Kong. Okay, so Hong Kong. So Hong Kong, you have a line again. So you have a second line, and that will be 7.2 kg. Okay, let me use a different color. Okay, this is 7.2 kg, and you have to now look at what? Look at the right country, take out the first 5 kg. So if you take out the first 5 kg, how much will that be? That will be $30. All right. Okay. All right. So you take out the first 5 kg, and then how many kg left over? There will be how many kg left over? Let's write down. So 1 kg, 1 kg. There'll be 7 kg already, plus another 0.2. Okay. So you have to break up the line into parts. All right. This is paper 1. So you can cut into different parts. So every 1 kg is how much? Every 1 kg is $5. So you put down $5, and the part thereof, which is your 0.2 kg, is also another $5. All right, do you understand? And then you just add all the money. So how much is that? So 30 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5, that will be $45. Okay, then what do? Then you just add everything together. All right, so how much is the Malaysia, and add together with the Hong Kong? So you look carefully, 16 plus 3, that'll be 19. Okay, $19 plus $45. Okay, and you will get 63. All right, $63. So he has to pay 60, let me see, 64. Yeah, I know. $64, yeah, calculation error, $64. So the answer is number 4. Okay, number 4. All right, so what's the entire lesson? The entire lesson is to draw a line. A line, break up into different parts. All your workings are shown in the line. Don't do in your mind. All right, if you do in your mind, you will have a mistake. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, next one. Question number 13. Question 13. This one is, okay, in paper 1, there's always a few hard questions. So this is one of them. So how do? The figure is made of a square. Okay, where's a square? The square is here. All right, a square, and there are 2 identical rectangles. Where are they? they are here. Okay, there are 2 rectangles. Okay, and there's one more over here, so it's quite obvious. And then what else? They overlap. Okay, they overlap on the square, and the length AB is equal to BC, and the area of the shaded part is 64 cm squared. What's the area of the unshaded parts? Okay, now Mr. want to tell you something. When the question gets very hard, all right, because it's a 2-mark question and it's also a multiple choice, no matter how difficult it is, there's always something very easy about the question, something easy to use to get the answer. So there is something easy over here. So what do? Did you think about cut and paste? Cut out the shaded triangle and paste over here. All right, there's a method called cut and paste. All right, you cut and paste over there, and then what do you see? You will see a rectangle, right? This is a rectangle, and you will see a triangle inside that is not shaded, which is half of the rectangle, and the other half, which is shaded. So what is the other half that's shaded? The other half that's shaded is over here. So this is the half of the rectangle. And the unshaded triangle is also the other half. So the rectangle is made of two triangles. Okay, but of course you can't see clearly. All right, one more time. Let me show you something. One more time. Look at this rectangle. All right. If you notice carefully, this triangle is actually half of a rectangle. And how do you know that? All right, how do you know that? You can actually draw a right angle triangle. Remember how to draw? The blue triangle, the blue unshaded triangle is not right angle. But can I draw into a right angle triangle? Yes, I can. Okay, this is how you draw. You draw the base. Okay, look at the green color, the base, and the height. The height is actually here, right? The height of the unshaded triangle. I draw the height over here instead to form a right angle. And then that's my right angle triangle. Okay, so this is how you know that the unshaded triangle is actually half of a rectangle. So the other shaded part is also half of the rectangle. Okay, then what do? Then can you find the area of the unshaded parts, which is how many triangles? So how many triangles make up the shaded parts? So you look carefully. There's one triangle here. There's two triangles unshaded, 3, 4, and of course there's 5. So there are 5 unshaded triangles. Every one of them is 64 centimeters square, right? Every one of them. Okay, why? Why? Because the shaded part is also one of them, right? The shaded part. So every one of the unshaded triangles is also 64 cm square. You just have to times 5 because there are 5 unshaded triangles and the answer is 320 centimeters square. So answer number 3. Do you understand? Anson, do you understand? Okay, Anson don't understand. Okay, who else understand? Raise your hand beside Anson. Okay, because it can be a bit hard to explain. Anyone else understand? If there's only one person who don't understand, then Anson, you just stay back later lah. Caleb, raise hand means what? Raise hand means you don't understand, right? Okay, then Anson, only one person, right? Okay, then Anson, after the lesson, then you just stay behind a while. Okay, so that the rest of them, they don't get bored lah. They don't get bored. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, all right. Question 20. Question number 14. Okay, how many more 1 cm cube are needed to fill the box completely? Okay, give me a while first. Miss One need to do something to the aircon. Okay, hang on for a while. Okay, so how do you find how many more 1 cm cube needed to fill the box? You need to count how many cubes inside first. So you have 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there are 10 cubes already, right? 10 cubes already inside. So how many cubes can you put all together in the box? Well, you just look at this length. How many cubes can I put along this length? I take 10 cm divided by what? Look at one small cube. Every cube has 1 cm on every side. You take 10 cm and divide by 1 cm. I can put 10 cubes along the length. And how about the breadth here? How many cubes can I put along the breadth? You take 5 cm, divide by one side of the cube, of a small cube. You can put 5 cubes. Okay, 5 cm divided by 1 cm, you get 5. And how many cubes can I put along the height? You take 8 cm, divide by the height of one small cube, you can put 8. Right, so you have 10 times 5 is 50. 50 times 8 is 400. Right, so you can put all together 400 cubes. So you minus 10 and you can put how many more inside? You can still put another 390 more. So answer number 1. Okay, that's how you find how many cubes you can put all together in the box. You have to find how many cubes you can put along the length, right? How many cubes can you put along the length here? How many cubes can you put along the breadth? And how many cubes you can put along the height? And then after that, you multiply them. Okay, multiply them to get the total cubes you can put in the box. Okay, Ashley, understand? Ashley and your sister, right? Where's your sister? Your sister, okay, can only see the hair only. Okay, let's look at the next one. Question number 15. Okay, now 15, another hard one. Okay, but what's the method here? Model drawing. Okay, and then you need to try to draw the model. But before you draw the model, there are 3 fractions. So how to make it simple to draw? You look at all the 3 fractions. What are they talking about? 2/3 is talking about the word dam, which is the path. Okay, all the path. And the half is talking about only the curry path. Okay, talking about curry path only. And the 1/4 is talking about the path. Oh, so which fractions are talking about the same thing? The 2/3, okay, the 2/3 is talking about all the path, and the 1/4 is also talking about all the path. So you make the denominator the same. So 2/3 and 1/4, you make them the same denominator, and that will help you to draw easier. 3 times 4, 2 times 4, 4 times 3, 1 times 3. Okay, and this will help you to draw easier. So you look at, no more 2/3 already. Look at 8/12. So you draw the fraction. All the path is 12 boxes. So you cut into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 8 boxes were sardine. So you label. Okay, and the rest were curry puff. So label. So you draw until here already, right? You draw the first sentence. Okay, after giving away 35 sardines and half of the curry puff, she had 1/4 left. If you don't know how to draw, never mind. Can you draw the 1/4, which is 3/12? So instead of 1/4, it is 3/12 of the curry puff. So what do I do? So if you don't know how to add on to your model, you draw another one, which is all the curry puff, and you cut into child boxes. So this, why do I do that? Now I do that because I do not know how to continue to add on to my previous model. Then I have a separate model. I draw a separate rectangle so that I can compare later. So you have two models, one below the other to compare. And 3 boxes were left, right? 3 out of 12 of the path were left. So you label left. Okay, look at how I draw. It's actually quite easy. I mean, not easy, but you just have to draw out the sentence, okay? Nothing much about solving. And then the rest will be what? The rest will be given away. All right, so you label, make sure you label every part of the model. Okay, all right. Then you look at your model and continue to see what you can do. So how many paths had Lilin left? So question mark, right? Okay, now you look carefully. She gave away 35 sardine, which I don't know where to put the 35, but I know that she gave away half of the curry puff, which is 2 units. She must have given away 2 units, and this is the left, right? 2 units of curry puff left. So she gave away 2 units, so which means that I can put 2 units here, which is the curry puff, and then the rest of this must be what? Must be the sardine, which is given away, right? The sardine puff, which is given away. And that is how many units given away. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. She must have given away 7 units of sardines, which is also 35. Yep, see? And then you continue to put the units in the rest of the boxes. Yeah, understand? So you can see that it's all about trying to draw your model. Right, try to draw your model and then make sure your model has all the labels there. All right, then you can solve already. So you can see that 7 units of sardines are given away, which is also 35. Then your 1 unit is 5, right? And how many path has she left, which is 3 units, right? 3 units of path left. So how do you find 3 units? You just take 5 times 3. So she must have 15 paths left. Answer number 2. Okay, now for this question, it's going to be a bit hard to solve if you don't have a method. You're going to have to use a lot of thinking already. So it's best to have a method, which is your model, and try to draw the model so that it's easier to work out the answer. If you look at my step, it's only 3 steps only, right? If you draw a good model, it's maybe only about a few steps. Okay, let's go to question 16. All right, question 16, and okay, question 16, the easy ones. Okay, Mr. Ramesh bought a packet of sweets for $2.95. How much did she pay for 40 packets? Avoid decimal. So change the dollars and cents into cents, whole numbers, and then you times 40, right? And then break up into number bonds, 295 times 4 times 10. Okay, I'm going to use my calculator so we can do a bit faster. 295 times 4, I think everyone should know how to do that. 295 times 4, you will get 1180. 10 times 10. So what do you do when you times 10? You add 1 more 0, right? So 1180, add 1 more 0. Okay, right? So that'll be cents. This will be in cents. But you need to change into dollars. So that'll be $118. Okay, got it? Oh, by the way, how do you get the 11,800 cents? Okay, I need to be a bit more clear. I forgot. Now, just cover the zeros, okay? Just look at 118 times 1, you get 118. There are 2 zeros behind, just add 2 zeros behind. Okay, that'll be easier. Okay, Ms. Long didn't really say that clearly. So just take 118 times 1, get the answer, and then put 2 zeros behind. Understand? Okay, let's go to the next one, question 17. Okay, this one also not very hard. You need to draw your compass, your north, south, east, west. Okay, so you have to put down north, south, west, east. Okay, my string hang. Okay, yeah, you're gonna do this. So every time there's an angle problem, please write down this so that you don't do everything in your head, right? Everything is on the paper. So southwest, northwest. Okay, then read the question. Dorothy is facing the fire station. Yep. And which building will she face when she turns 135 degrees? Break up into smaller numbers, which is 90 and 45 in the clockwise. Okay, so you move clockwise, 90 and half a right angle, which is 45. So where will she be facing? She'll be facing the supermarket. Okay, so answer supermarkets. Got it? Okay, let's go on to the next one. Okay, next one will be number 18. How do you minus fractions? All right, this one, you will have to make the denominator the same. So you have 4 times 5, 20, 3 times 5, 15, and then whole number is unchanged, and then 5 times 4, and 2 times 4, okay? And then you minus the whole number first. So you minus the whole number, 2 minus 1 is 1, 15 minus 8 will be 7 out of 20. And make sure that your answer is in the simplest form. Okay, question 19, all right? Now question 19, we have done it quite often already. So hopefully no one get a mistake because this one came out a lot of times in our lessons. There were 160 pupils last year. This year, there are 120 pupils in the same club. What is the percentage degrees? So to get the percentage degrees, you always get your fraction. And what is the degrees? You take 160 minus 120. The degrees is 40, which is the numerator. And the denominator is where do you start first? What is your number at first before you decrease? The number at first is 160, right? So once you get a fraction already, you can either make the denominator 100 or you just multiply by 100%, okay? And then you cancel, divide by 10, and then 16 divide by 4, and 4 divide by 4, yeah, okay. And then what else can you do? Then you continue to cancel some more, and then 4 can divide by 2, and 10 can divide by 2, all right? Okay, and then you can divide some more. 2 divided by 2 is 1, and then 10 divided by 2 is 5, right? 5. Okay, so 5 times 5 is 25, 1 times 1 is 1, and you will get 25% degrees. Okay, 25% degrees. Karina, do you understand, Karina? Where is Karina? Okay. Garrett. All right, Garrett, can you on the video, Garrett, except for Jared? Okay, Garrett. Okay, so Jinwei, you have to on your video. Okay, right. So what's the other way? What's the other way if you don't know how to cancel? Now, the other way will be also quite easy. The other way is to make the denominator 100. So you have 40 out of 160. Always get the simplest form. All right. Always get the simplest form, which is 1/4, and then times 25. 4 times 25, 1 times 25. And that's how you get your percentage. Once the denominator is 100, the numerator is your percentage already. Okay, let's go to question 20. Okay, timeline. Okay, this is a timeline. Sunny reached a cinema at 6:50 p.m. He was already 10 minutes late. So what time did the movie start? The movie started at 6:40 p.m. All right, the movie started at 6:40 p.m. and it ended at 9 p.m. So how long was the movie? Okay, get your nearest hour. Okay, nearest hour is 7 o'clock p.m. And that is how many minutes? That will be 20. And how do you get 20? Because the 00, okay, the 00 is actually 60. Okay, 60. So 60 minus 40, that's how you get 20 minutes. Then you jump again. 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. is 2 hours. So how long is the movie? 2:00. Okay, be careful. 2 hours, 20 minutes. And you can see that the units is hour. Hour. Do you know how to change to hour? Okay, how to change to hour? Get your fraction. Okay, how to get a fraction? 2 hours is 2 wholes. 20 minutes is 20 out of 60. Okay, 2 and 20 out of 60. Get your fraction, and then simplest form. So you have 2 and 1/3. So your answer will be 2 and 1/3 hour. All right, got it? Okay, let's go to the 21 already. 21. Now, draw the side view, and the side view is not very hard to draw. So you have to stand on the side. Okay, stand facing the side. Okay, if you stand facing the side, you will see 3 in the same column, 3 square blocks in the same column, another 3 square blocks in another column. So 3, 3. What is 3, 3? So 1, 2, 3, something like that. Make sure the square faces can be seen, and another 3 square blocks. Okay, that's your side view. And drawing must be what? Must be straight lines, must have straight lines. All right. And if your pencil is too light, then do some light shading. Okay, if your pencil is too light. Okay, next one, let's go on. And okay, question 22. The graph shows the burger sold from Monday to Thursday. The burger sold on Friday is equal to the average burger sold from Monday to Thursday. So what's the number of burgers sold on Friday? So you will need, first thing to do, what's the first thing? You will need to put numbers on the bars. That's the first thing. Okay, all right, and then the Friday is equal to the average burger sold from Monday to Thursday. Then you will need to find the total first. To get the average, you must find the total first. So what's the total? You take 30 plus 50 plus 60 plus 40, and the total is 180. So this part, Karina got to take note. To get the average, you must have the total first. Then you take the total and divide. If you never divide, you did not get average. So you will get 45. So Friday is equal to the average burger sold from Monday to Thursday. So where is 45? 45 is somewhere here. Okay, use your ruler. Okay, use your ruler to find the find the top of the bar. Okay, and then draw the line, draw the bar, and put the number on top and do some light shading. And that's your answer, right?
I'm supposed to just write it down. You don't
Write it down. Is it? Write the number down. Okay, let's see. Oh, okay. Okay, put there. Okay, you can put the 45 there. Don't need to draw, right? Okay, so we don't have to draw. Okay, let's go to number 23. Okay, 23 is algebra. Don't skip already. You're not supposed to skip anymore because we have done quite a bit of algebra, so don't skip. Kelly bought a dress for $50 and 3 blouses at $W each. If the total cost of the dress and 3 blouses is 110, what is the value of W? What do you mean by value? It means that W is equal to what number? What number is W? All right, so how do you do? So you find how much is 3 blouses. 1 blouse is W dollars. So 3 times W, that will be $3. Okay, so what is the total money that she spent? She bought a dress for $50 and 3 blouses, which is $3. So she spent $50 and 3W. And by the way, Ms. Long didn't put the dollar sign because it's very troublesome. Okay, very troublesome to put the dollar sign. So leave out the units. Your final answer, then you put the, okay, put the units. Okay, understand? All right, so she spent $50 and 3W dollars, which is also equal to $110. Okay, so do you know how to do already? Then 3W or 3 units is something like units. 3 units is equal to 110 minus 50, that'll be 60. Then 1 unit or 1W is 60 divided by 3, 20. So your answer is 20. So the value of W is $20. Okay, questions? No questions? Yeah, I think you should be able to do quite well for this paper. At least get 30 plus or maybe 35 and above. Okay, question 24. Trapezium. Okay, now when you see trapezium.
Oh, I'm not done copying.
Oh, okay, let me come back. Okay, come back and okay, hurry. Yeah, so don't skip algebra already. Cannot say don't know how to do and at least try lah. Okay, try. But also be prepared. We will be going to prelim paper 1 quite soon. It's going to be quite hard lah. Yeah, the paper 1 is going to be quite hard. Yeah, have you seen the paper 1 yet? The prelim paper 1? Almost every school is like quite hard, the paper 1. Same goes to your school as well. So be prepared for a hard prelim paper. Okay, question 24. Trapezium. So STVW, where is your STVW? That is the trapezium. First thing to do is to put arrow sign to show the arrowheads. Okay, because that's an important property. And then TU is equal to UV. Put the markings there and then put the question mark TUV, which is the question mark here. And then what do? Then don't care. Okay, don't care the question mark. Go and find other angles. So what other angle you can find? Oh, can find already. Why? Because there are 2 lines that are parallel, right? 2 lines that are parallel. SU is parallel to what? To WV, right? So you can see a Z already lah. A Z. Okay, there's a Z. This is 36. This is 36. And that is also the same. So can you find question mark? Yeah. 180 minus 36 minus 36. and you will get, I don't know, what do you get? Minus 36, you will get 108. So your answer is 108 degrees. Okay, so when there are two lines that are parallel, look for Z, and also don't forget the important property, angles between two lines that are parallel add together is 180. So this angle here is 106. So this property also very important. Okay, let's go to question 25. Okay, 25, and what is this? Mrs. Cole bought 90 tarts and packed them into boxes of 8. How many more tarts would she need to fill up the last box of 8 tarts? All right, this can be quite simple. It can also be quite hard if you don't understand what he's talking about. So you will need to find how many boxes that she can have. You take 90 divide by boxes of 8. So 1 times 8, and you get 10 here. And then 1 times 8, there's a remainder 2. So it means that she will need 11 boxes and there's a leftover 2 tarts. And these 2 tarts are not enough to put into a box. So how many more will she need to fill up the last box? So the last box cannot fill up because there's only 2, right? So you need to take 2 plus another 6 more to get boxes of 8, right? Boxes of 8. So she will need another how many more tarts? She will need another 6 more tarts in order to get what? In order to get boxes of 8. Got it? So 6 more, right? So some of you can't do it is also because maybe the language, you don't understand what it's talking about. All right, so you need to understand, because you don't understand, it's a bit hard to solve already. Okay, question 26. Okay, next one. Jack poured out 2 bottles filled with 16 liters of water each. So immediately, even if I don't read the question, I know that I will need to find how much is 2 bottles, right? 16 times 2 equal 32 liters, right? Sometimes you don't have to read the whole problem. By reading the first sentence, you know what to do already, right? So just times 2 to get 2 bottles. And you pour all the water inside here. And what's the height of the water level in the end? So what's the height? Okay, now, some of you, again, don't know how to get the height. But what do? Now, to find the height, all right, you write the formula. Length times breadth times height of the water level, which is equal to the water that you pour inside, that is 32 liters. And make sure that the liters is changed into centimeter cube. When you plus or minus, divide or times, you have to make all the unit the same, all the unit sign, everything all cm cube. All right, make them all the same so that you can plus and minus and whatever. Okay, so what do? 80 times 50, 4,000, right? And how to get the question mark? You take 32,000 divide by 4,000. So 32,000 divide by 4,000, and you must know how to cancel. Cancel the zeros. Take out 3 zeros, take out 3 zeros also. You will have 32 divided by 4, which is equal to 8 centimeter. So the height of the water level is 8 centimeter. Okay, Caleb, got mistake, Caleb? No mistake, right? Okay, this is not a very hard question. Okay, but if you have a mistake, must know what is wrong. Question 27. This is a story sum. And what kind of story sum is it? Before and after problem. If it's a before and after problem, you have 2 methods, table or model. So let's use the table. Okay, the ratio of the stickers Carol had to the stickers City had was 3:4. This is at first or before. Carol's brother given her 20 more stickers. That is the action, the change. And Carol now had 62 stickers, and this is the after. So how many stickers did City have? So this is a before and after problem. So every time there's a before and after problem, therefore there's an important question you must ask. If you don't ask, then you don't have to solve already. What is the important question? What is unchanged? Okay, you never ask a question, you don't need to solve because you don't know how to solve. So you must ask what is unchanged. In this question, City is unchanged because nobody gave her stickers, right? Only Carol's brother. So City is unchanged. So you remember, so you make sure you know how to answer the question or what is unchanged, and then use that to solve the problem. Okay, so BCA, this is a table method. All right, understand the table method, very easy to use. Before means at first, change means what happened, after means in the end. So Carol, City, and total. Okay, what happened if you don't know how to use a table? Then draw your model. You can still draw model. And the ratio is 3:4:7, call them units. right? Carol's brother gave her 20 more. So plus 20, City, no change. So there's nothing here, no change. And Carol now had 62 stickers left, or 62 stickers in the end. So how many stickers did City have, which is unchanged? And that's it. Okay, that's our table, very fast. All right. All right, okay. All right, then once you have filled up the boxes already, then the table is, how does it work? The table can flow like a river, okay? 3 plus 4 equals 7. It can also flow downwards. 3 unit plus 20 equals 62. It can also flow backwards, okay, flow backwards. 7 unit minus 4 unit equals 3 unit. It can also flow from bottom to top, okay, bottom to top. Understand? This is how the table can move. All right, but the table cannot go diagonally. So you cannot do this way. You cannot go like that. Okay, this is illegal. Okay, this is illegal. Okay, so once you understand that already, then what do we do? Very simple. Okay, look at my black color arrow. Work backwards. 62 minus 20, 42. Okay, so Carol had 42 at first. Okay, next thing to know about table. Actually, there's a lot of things to know about table as it gets harder, but this is introduction to how you use a table. There is a box, okay? The table has boxes. When you see something in the same box, it means they are equal to each other. 3 unit equal to 42 because they're in the same box. So 1 unit is 14. 42 divided by 3. So can you find City have how many? City has 4 units. So 14 times 4, City must have 56 stickers. And that is unchanged, okay, unchanged. All right, that's how you use a table. But what happens if you don't know how to use this table? Then there's still model. You can still draw the model, all right? Model is still not very hard to draw. Clear? Okay, let's move on to question 28 already. All right, and how about the boxes here? Do I need to know the how many altogether in the end? No need, okay, no need. You got the answer ready, you can leave the boxes empty. Okay, one more thing about this table. Now this table, Mr. must give a warning. If you use this table in school, you may be asked not to use it because the teacher may not understand what you're doing, and you may be asked to draw a model. Okay, so whatever your school teacher asks you, then you just follow. But be aware of this method because the more methods you know, the more effective you can solve the problem. Okay, but sometimes schools may not understand this method, so they may ask you to draw a model. So you just follow what your school is doing. All right. Okay, question 28. Okay, starting on the Monday, Ken saved some money every day. He increased the savings by 20 cents each day until Thursday. He saved a total of $6 by the end of the 4 days. How much did he save on Monday? Method here is also a little obvious. Model drawing. Why model? Because every day he has 20 cents more. He saved 20 cents more, right? The word increase is also like 20 cents more. When you have more than, less than, you can think of model already. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, right? So on Monday, he saved some money, and Tuesday, he increased the savings by 20 cents more. Then Wednesday, another 20 cents more, and Thursday, another 20 cents more. So this is actually a primary 4 question. Okay, primary 4, they have something like that also. At the end of the 4 days, he saved a total of $6. So how much did he save on Monday? Okay, that's your model. So what do? You cut it, right? Model is about cutting into similar parts. So 20 cents, all these are 20 cents. And what do you call the boxes on the left side? The units. Yeah. Okay, can solve already? Yeah, so you just find how much is 4 unit, which is $6, or change it to cents, right? 600 cents minus all the 20 cents. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So I think there are how many 20 cents times 6, how much? 20 cents times 6 is 120 cents. So make sure that when you minus, plus or minus, make sure that they are all the same units. If you want to write in cents, then make sure that everything is all cents. Okay, everything is all cents. Don't have decimal, don't have dollars and cents, and then got cents. Make sure everything is all the same units. And then you will get 480 cents. Then you can find 1 unit. You take 480 cents, divide by 4, that will be 120 cents, and then change it back to $1.20, which is Monday. Okay, understand? Clear? Any question? No question, I know, very quiet. Okay, clear, nobody has questions. Okay, question 29, okay, this is a hard one. Now, what's the guideline to when you don't know how to do, and you also don't know what method to use? What's the guideline? The guideline is what to think of model. Okay, think of model. Like you look at this question, you don't know how to do. You don't know what method to use also. Then always think about whether can you draw the model, right? Sometimes you can draw, sometimes you cannot draw, but you always try to think about model, because model is the what? Model is the the most common method. Okay, there were 5 bowls containing the same number of grapes each at first. Okay, then 4 grapes were eaten from each bowl, and in the end, the total number of grapes left in the 5 bowls was the same, equal to the total number of grapes in the 3 bowls at first. What was the grapes in each bowl at first? Okay, this is a before and after problem, right? Okay, then what do? You have 2 methods, table method or model method. But can I use the table method? You cannot use the table method. Why? Why cannot use the table method? Because to use the table method, you must have what? You must have at least 2 persons. Okay, at least 2 persons or 2 groups, right? Can you see there are 2 persons here? 2 persons. So when there are 2 persons, then you can compare. Otherwise, you cannot use the table method. So if you look at that question, right? That question, you only see what? Grapes only. There's only grapes. So you cannot compare. So you can't use a table. Then you must use model. All right, look at how you draw. How to draw model. You look at the first sentence and see whether can draw the first sentence. There were 5 bowls. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, all right, try to draw. All right, try to draw out the sentence. Then you might see something. 4 grapes were eaten from each bowl. Okay, 4 grapes. Then cut away 4. And use dotted line. Why use dotted line? Because so they can still see the original box. Okay, dotted line. Once you use a dot line, you confuse the whole drawing already. Use dotted line so you can still see the original 5 boxes. And then what do you call the smaller parts? You call it units. Okay, the smaller part is called units, and that is the left. Okay, the leftover. Okay, so in the end, the total number of grapes left in the 5 bowls, which is how many units left, which is 5 units left, is okay to draw another rectangle, right? Nothing wrong. Don't always have to draw one rectangle. You can always have a few models to compare. So these are what? These are the leftover grapes in the 5 bowls. And the total grapes left in the 5 bowls was equal to the total grapes in the 3 bowls at first. So where are the 3 bowls at first? How about this one? Maybe something like this, right? This is the 3 bowls at first, right? At first. Okay, then I just draw something similar, something like that. Equal. Equal means what? Same length, same length, same length. And then I do something like 1 unit plus 4. Okay, 1 unit and 4. And then spend time on your model drawing. All right, just go and think slowly how you want to draw your model. See? Yeah, Miss Ong didn't try to think very hard, but I think about how to draw the sentence. Once you can draw the sentence, everything will be a little better already. So the total grapes left in the 5 bowls, which is 5 units, is equal to the total grapes in the 3 bowls at first. So what was the number of grapes in each bowl at first? Question mark. Can solve already? Can solve already? No question, no answer. Of course, you can solve already. You must be able to, one thing about, you draw the model, and then after you draw already, you also must know how to look at your model to solve. If you draw already, still cannot look at your model to solve, you also not very good. So you look at the model below, and you can see 5 units on top, equal to 3 units plus how many? 1, 2, 3, 3 units plus 4 plus 4 plus 4, that will be 12. Yeah, this is what you're supposed to do. Write out the statement. After you draw already, pull out the statements. And then 5 units minus 3 unit, you get 2 unit equal to 12. So 1 unit must be 6. If 1 unit is equal to 6, then how many grapes in each bowl at first? 6 plus 4. 6 plus 4, there must be 10 grapes in each bowl at first. Got it? Yeah? Alistair, what are you doing? Okay. Okay, you're lying down. Okay, so how many grapes in each bowl at first? You have 10, okay, 10. Okay, 10 grapes in each bowl at first. Got it? So that's the whole idea, using model to solve. So when you look at the problem, you don't know how to do, don't know what method to use, then what's the first thing you must think about? Can I draw the model? But sometimes you can't draw, but sometimes you can draw. So you try to draw. Cannot draw, never mind lah. Right? At least you may get some steps or something. Okay, last question already. Okay, then we can go and rest. Okay, now A, B, and B, C are straight lines. Measure and write down the size of A, B, C. Okay, now you of course you need a protractor. Okay, midstone protractor may not be very accurate. You want to find the angle ABC. What do? Put the center of the protractor, put it onto the angle. Okay, and if the line is a bit too short, can't see clearly, then you draw longer until the line comes out. Okay, Mr. is having, okay, until the line comes, draw a bit longer until the line comes out like this. Can you see the line comes out? Okay, something like that. There's a line that comes out here. Something like this. Okay, line comes out here. Okay, now, then which zero do you look at? There are 2 zeros on the protractor. You look at the 0 on the side where the line is touching, right? So that's a 0 that you look at. So you start counting 0, and you will see that the line has crossed 120. So it should be 121 degrees plus and minus 1. Okay, so if your answer is 122, 120, I think you're correct. Okay, but the answer key is 122 lah. Okay, answer key is 122. All right, so I think you also cannot. If you get 123, 121, fine. All right, because the answer key is 122. Okay, got it. So you must know how to use a protractor to find the angle. Okay, now how do you draw the trapezium? How do you draw this trapezium? Okay, now this one, open your eyes, and this is not that hard. Okay, not that hard, but you will need to know how to use the squares to draw. Okay, there's a reason for the squares. Okay, now if you read the question carefully, you always have a rough sketch. Okay, if you don't know how to draw, have a rough sketch. AB and BC form 2 sides of a trapezium. So you draw something like a rough sketch. Okay, so A, B, and C. Okay, something like that, right? And then AD is parallel to BC, and it is double, twice the length of BC. Okay, so Mr. need to maybe just okay, let me just draw the rough sketch on the left side so that I got more space. Okay, now look carefully. So lesson here, when you are doing construction, you will need to have a rough sketch so that you know how to do the actual drawing. So your AD is parallel to BC. So it will be something like that, okay? And your AD is double, 2 times the length of BC, okay? Something like that. So when you draw the actual drawing, it has to look like that lah. Okay, then how to draw the real one? Okay, now look carefully. This is how you draw. There's a reason for the square boxes. Can you see the line here, which is BC? So this line, I want to draw double. How to draw double? From the dots to the other dots, you count the squares. 1 square down, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So you have 1 and 4. Okay, 1 and 4. So you double it. You want to draw a line that's twice. So you double. So you take 1 times 2 is 2. So you have 2 and 8. So you double these 2 numbers. 2 8s. Okay, 2 8s. Okay, then let's draw a line that's something like 2 8s. So look carefully. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2. And your dots is here. Okay, then you take a ruler, join corner to corner. All right, must be a straight line, and then join, and that is double. Okay, your AD is double your BC. Okay, after you draw already, what do? You need to label, put the letters there, put the arrowheads, and put the angle that you have measured, right? Put inside, and you get your full marks. Understand? All right, so how do you double the line? You have to move along the squares. So this is 1, this is 4. So you double it, this will be 2, and that will be 8. Okay, double it. Okay, any questions? Okay, I think Anson got a question, right? Anson, where are you? You have a question to ask, right? And then you can stay back after the lesson. Then Miss Tom will answer that. Okay, any questions so far? Right, this entire paper is okay, not quite hard. Some questions are hard, but most of them are quite normal, easy, medium. All right, so any questions? Leewen, any questions? All right, Aiden. Okay, no questions. Okay, now we will have one more lesson, I think next Monday, and then after that we'll have a break. Okay, a break before we switch to your prelim. Okay, prelim paper 1. Okay, all right. So if there's no questions, anyone who needs to stay back, then you stay back, and then I will answer your question. Okay, otherwise I'll see you the next Monday. All right, so goodbye everybody. See you next Monday. Right, goodbye. All right, see you.
Bye.
Okay, and Anson want me to ask me, right? Anson, where are you? you okay, all right. Okay, Anson, what was the question? You're muted.
Question 13.
Question 13. Question 13. Question 13 is what? I also don't know. Question 13. Question 13. Question 13. What is question 13? 11, 12. Okay, question 13. Okay, this one. Okay, yeah, this one is question 13. All right, so let's look at this. Okay, now this one, okay, I will need to explain this again. Okay, now the figure is of a square. All right, you can see a square. There's a square, a big square inside, and there are 2 rectangles that overlap on the square. Okay, and AB is equal. AB equal to BC. Now, if you think carefully, actually this figure is symmetric. Right, it's symmetric, right? It's actually symmetric. Okay, yeah. So there's also one thing to know about this figure. It's symmetrical. So what's the area of the shaded part, the unshaded part? Okay, first thing. Method here, cut and paste. Cut away this shaded part out and paste here. Okay, that's the first thing. Cut and paste. And then what do you see? And then you will see a triangle which is unshaded, right? This triangle is not a right angle, right? It's not a right angle triangle, but it is actually a right angle triangle, right? So it's the how do you know it's actually can be a right angle triangle? Because if I draw the same rectangle, right, and I draw the same base, right, the same base that you see over here, and the height of this triangle is here, right? But I draw the height here instead to form a right angle, and what do I get? A right angle triangle. So the blue triangles, okay, the 2 of them, they look different, but they have the same area. Okay, look different, have the same area, which is very important. Because why? Because if this blue triangle is equal, is the same, is half of a rectangle, then the other triangle must also be what? The same. So which tells you what? Which tells you that these 2 shaded parts, right? These 2 shaded parts is what? Is the area of the other right angle triangle, right? It's the area of the other right angle triangle. And what's the area of this shaded part? Which is 64 centimeters square. Okay, so what does it tell you? It tells you that one triangle is 64 centimeters square, which is one unit lah, one triangle. Okay, all right, so how many triangles make up the unshaded? So how many triangles make up the unshaded? Well, you look carefully, there's a rectangle, so you have 2 triangles inside as well, right? 2 triangles. After you cut out the black shaded part, you have 2 unshaded, and then there's another unshaded, there's another unshaded, and unshaded. So how many unshaded altogether? So you have 1, 2, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so there are 5 unshaded triangles. And the shaded triangle, right? The shaded triangle that you saw just now, right? Which is the black color, is 64 cm square. So you just have to times 5 to get the unshaded. And that's how you get 320 centimeters square. Okay, understand, Anson? Okay, got it? All right, how about Caleb? Okay, no questions already there. Anson, you can leave. I'll see you the next week.
Question 22.
Question 22. Question 22. Question 22. Okay, hang on. 22. Okay. Oh, 22. What about 22? You need to copy down. Yeah. Okay, the screen is too fast already. Okay, can see?
Oh no,
yeah, what happened to my screen? Question 22. Yeah, okay. Yeah, what's wrong?
the average, right? I think I divided by 5 instead of 4. Is it?
Oh, you can't divide by 5 because if you read the question, the burger sold on Friday, right? So on Friday is equal to the average burger sold from Monday to Thursday. Equal to the average.
So it's not all the days.
Not all the days. You have to highlight the important words so you don't make careless mistakes. Yeah. Okay. All right. Anything?
Paper 1's out of 50, right?
Say again.
Paper 1's out of 50, right?
No, paper is 45. You should know 45 out of 45 marks. So how many marks do you get?
I think this paper 1 is out of 50 left.
It's upon 45. It's always upon 45 marks. 31. Okay, still need to push yourself to get higher. Push yourself get higher because paper 2 is going to be tough. It's going to be quite hard. Yeah. Okay. So 31, if you get 31, then your paper 2 must be what? Your paper 2 must be at least 34 to get at least 65. Why get at least 65? So that you can get AL5, AL5 points. Yeah, so that is your minimum score you must get for paper 2. Okay, so try to pull up your paper 1 a bit higher. All right. Any more questions to ask?
No more already.
Okay, then we will continue the next Monday. All right. Okay, so see you, Caleb. See you next week. Right. Goodbye.